So right behind me is probably where the most tragic events happened in the last 15 to 20 years. Right behind me is a memorial to fallen soldiers and citizens that were involved in a terror attack. In 2002, this was during the second intifada, or uprising in Arabic is intifada. There was a lot of gunfire, things in the city were chaos and out of control. The Arabs would shoot at the Jews every day. Many Jews were killed. Fortunately, we had a general. He was a colonel. His name was Dror Weinberg. He was a small guy. He wasn't a very big built with big muscles. He was a normal guy. He was a very religious, had a big fear of God. And when he came here, in terms of his service as the colonel of the paratrooper brigade, he changed things in Hebron. See, before he came, Hebron was in the, they had just signed the Hebron deal in 1997, and they separated the city between Arabs and Jews, and it forbid the army from going into the Arab parts of Hebron. So they couldn't arrest terrorists, they couldn't do anything, and the Arabs would take advantage of that, and they shoot at Jews every day. We lost so many casualties. So Dror Weinberg came in and he says, I don't care about the international community, I don't care what they say, I have a duty as a soldier to protect the citizens and the residents of Israel and the residents that live here. So when he took over, he didn't care about the international community. He did his job as a soldier, and he would send in soldiers to arrest people. He would put up machine gunners on people's homes, and after a while, things started to calm down. Unfortunately, on November 2002, there was an incident here where there were two terrorists that were shooting in this direction towards Kiryat Arba right in front of me. There was a lot of people were killed, and Dror Weinberg was one of those victims where he was shot and killed here as well on this very spot. It took literally, the terrorists were so much entrenched inside they didn't know where they were, and they were dressed up as Jews with white shirts. It was during Sabbat, and they were dressed up as Jews, and it was very hard to know who they were and where they were shooting from. So at that very point, they kept sending more soldiers, and more soldiers getting killed. Even civilians from Kiryat Arba even joined into the mission to help out the soldiers who were also being killed, and even civilians who have guns were also killed as well by the two terrorists that were here. So there was one guy who was a border patrol officer who lived up north, and he was on his Shabbat on his day off, but he was stationed here. He heard about what was happening on the radio. He drove all the way from the north in the Galil, all the way down here, which is like 4 or 5 hour drive. He came in here, and he ended up running with a few other soldiers. They flanked the terrorists, and they managed to kill one of the terrorists. Then there was another group of soldiers that came in here from the paratroopers, and they neutralized the other one when they came in with a larger force. They managed to kill both terrorists. The Druze officer, on the news, they later asked him, what made you come all the way down here and fight off this terrorist? And you came all the way from the Galil, you were on your vacation, you didn't have to do this. And he basically said that I joined the border patrol to defend Jews. And there was one time where I took a very holy rabbi to the tomb of Otniel ben Kanaz. And I told him like he shouldn't, but he insisted, so I took him anyways. And when he finished praying at the gravesite, he gave me a blessing that I should be protected from any evil and from any death in my service. And that gave me the strength to know that if I came here, that nothing could hurt me because I had the protection of God with me. And this officer, this Druze officer, was eventually called up in 2005 to kick Jews out of their homes, and he refused. He says, I did not join the police to kick out Jews out of their homes. I'm here to protect, and he was one of the few Jewish soldiers who refused the orders to take Jews out of their homes. And this is a memorial to the people. You have people who were sergeants. You have people who, Kabat Yitzhak Bonish, he was the head of the security, of the civilian security force here in Kiryat Arba, who also fell. You have a lot of people that fell, but it shows also how, as Jews, we come together, and even though, we help each other out, Even whether you're a civilian, a soldier, or a police officer, everyone was one, and they all came together.